How can I argue with that?
Huh? It
No,
seems
I
so.
don't think so. How can I argue with that? You expect me to believe that?
Nah, I don't think so.
It would seem so. How can I argue with that?
Nah, I don't think so.
A little corn always greases the wheels. Indeed. How can I argue with that? Not my problem.
Yep.
Mogul, I thought I told you I didn't want you hanging around here.
Yeah, I heard you before. I just don't care. You won't kick me out of here, and we both know it.
Look, we've been over this. I paid you off. I don't owe you a thing.
And I... The poster... My operation outside in a pile of ash? I don't think so. I'm not asking you if I can stay. I'm telling you. Now that's the end of it.
How can I... argue with that? Not my problem.
It can't be helped.
How can I argue with that? A little corn always greases the wheels.
How can I argue with that?
Indeed.
Huh? Nah, I don't think so.
Working on those standing stones feels like a bad dream. I'm glad you woke us from it. Sorry. Gildas won't allow me to drink while I'm working at Venetch.
How can I argue with that?
Next time.
Teldrin Cerro, blade for hire. If you have the coin, I'm at your service.
How can I argue with that?
You expect me to believe that?
Mafala Clocu.
How can I argue with that? No, don't think so.
Yeah. You haven't seen Crescius Corellius, have you? That foolish old man's taken my pickaxe again. No, this isn't just your run-of-the-mill pickaxe. I'm talking about an ancient Nordic pickaxe. They don't exactly grow on trees, you know. I prefer to handle these things on my own. Look, if you see Crescius, tell him to give me that pickaxe back, and I'll pay you for the trouble. It's the only tool tough enough to crack Stalrim, is what it is. Not many of those beauties left in the world. Forging them is a lost art. The one Crescius borrowed came from the Skull village up north. I, traded them some goods for it. Calling Stalrim an ore is like calling my forge a campfire. Some folks say it's enchanted ice, but I think there's more to it than that. I don't think I've come across more than a chunk or two in my lifetime, and smithing's my trade. If you're looking to learn more, you should head over to the Skull village. Someone there's bound to know more about it than I do. A fine question, and the one that I hear most often from visitors to our town. I wish I had a more romantic tale to tell, but I was simply seeking my fortune and chose Raven Rock to ply my trade. Besides, knowing how to repair bone mold armor wasn't very useful in Riften. I had a friend over there, a dark elf named Van Rife, a very talented armorsmith. Spent a lot of time with the guy swapping smithing techniques. Learned a heck of a lot, including how to repair bone mold. After he moved on to greener pastures, I decided to pack up, move out here, and put those lessons to the test. Been here ever since. Perfect. I was just thinking about heading over for a drink. Thanks for saving me the trip. Good to see you again.
Hey there. It would seem.
No, I don't think so. Destroying the ash spawn has made it safer to work in the fields. Thank you. I should mix some of this into my next potion. Who knows what would happen? After we left Morrowind, we found ourselves in Skyrim. We wandered around a bit and ended up in Morthal, where we took up temporary residence with Lami, the town's alchemist. I was fascinated by her work, and over a period of a few years, she taught me quite a bit. It wasn't long before we became homesick. We were the only Dunmer in Morthal. When word reached us that a settlement of Dunmer was forming on Solstheim, we were thrilled. It's been difficult, but I'm not regretting it one bit. In fact, I'm glad we've been able to stay and help. As you can imagine, the eruption of the Red Mountain took an awful toll on Solstheim. Hunting for game has been scarce, and the waters are apparently too tainted for fishing. According to Councillor Morvain, my husband's been Raven Rock's most important food source for decades. Yes, I'm proud to say that I grow or harvest most of it myself. I only wish I had a better source for netch jelly. Those creatures are difficult to track down since it's so dangerous beyond the bulwark. That would be splendid. I'd be more than happy to give you something for the effort. With those netches, they may look tame, but they can seriously hurt you when threatened. What? Destroying the ash spawn has made it safer to work in the fields. Thank you. Goodness, it must have been quite difficult tracking those creatures down out there. Here, take these. They should help you during your journeys. How can I argue with that? Looking for any potions, ingredients, alchemical supplies? If you're looking for any exotic ingredients, just ask. I might have what you need. Ah, so you're an alchemist then? Remember, I have plenty of potions and ingredients if you're ever in the market. How can I argue with that?
Your actions here have been a blessing to us all, Sergio.
Huh?
Always a pleasure to taste anything Geldis comes up with. The Dunmer have been growing food in the Ashlands for thousands of years. It was born out of the necessity to survive in the harsh climate of our homeland. And now, with the constant eruptions of the Red Mountain, it's more important than ever. No, only the Telvanni have the ability to weave living growth from the ash. This simply takes the right ingredients, the right tools, and a lot of patience. Next time you're hungry, stop by. I always have plenty of food for sale.
Oh, hello. You looking for a handout or something? Well, tell Geldis that Miri says she really appreciates it. Next time.
Greases the wheels. You expect me to believe that?
Spare some coin for a lost soul? No, I can't. It may be poison. I was one of the Redoran Guard under Captain Veleth's command. A few years ago, I was out on patrol with 2 other men when we were attacked by some ash spawn. They sprung from the ground with no warning and killed one of my companions instantly. I was so frightened I ran all the way back to Raven Rock. Unfortunately, I'd left the other guardsmen behind and he never made it. Captain Veleth discharged me from service. There isn't a single night that passes where I don't regret what I did. But it's too late for that now.
How can I argue with that?
Thank you, Outlander. Farewell, friend.
With the Ashbourne threat taken care of, I can give my men the rest they deserve. Well done, friend. Thank you for your assistance. It's raised my men's spirits quite...
Not my problem.
Don't pity me. And don't look at me like that. I know what I am. The day I refuse sujamma from Geldis is the day I sprout wings and fly off this rock. How can I argue with that? Doesn't everyone pity the hopeless? Look at me. I'm no better than a beggar. I used to be a miner. A good one, too. I made more gold digging up ore in a month than some people earn in a lifetime. When the mine dried up, I was lost. I have no other trade, so I spend my time drinking my fortune away at the wretched Netch. Or I used to, anyway. That fetcher Geldis won't even allow me inside. Said I was bad for business. If I want to spend my last bag of coins getting drunk, that's my business. What does he care?
I don't think so.
You can try, if you can get that stubborn mule to let me into the Netch. I'll make sure you get what's coming to you.
I don't think so.
I was one of the wealthiest miners in town. I could haul up almost 3 or 4 times what the average digger could. I never saw the end coming like it did. The mine running out of ebony. Unlike most of my fellow miners, I was too foolish to save enough coin for that day. The rest I spent on sujamma to drown my sorrows. Councillor Morvain was kind enough to allow Rurns and I to live in one of the abandoned buildings. At least it keeps the ash out of our eyes. Bless you, Muthsera. It might take more than a simple request to change Geldis's mind. He can be quite stubborn.
How can I argue with that?
Not my problem. A little coin always greases the wheel.
It's busier now that things are starting to look up. I guess I might stay a bit longer after all. Geldis needs to bottle this up and send it to the mainland instead of wasting his time out here. His drinks are outstanding. Thanks.
It would seem so.
Mining here? No. However, I used to sell East Empire pendants until I ran out of them. Popular little item. It's an amulet that was made exclusively for the East Empire Company. They gave them to their workers as an incentive at one point. A kind of reward for extra effort. They're no longer being made, so they've become a collectible. I'd love to get my hands on a few of them.
Nah, I don't think so.
Well, well. Seems you're proving fairly useful for an outlander. Here's your coin. Keep bringing me more, and I'll keep paying you for them. Bad? What if I told you that you're the first person that's even considered looking at my wares today? I've half a mind to contact my friends at the East Empire Company and see if they need an extra hand in Windhelm. Oh, absolutely. In fact, I've corresponded with Vittoria Vici herself more than once. You know, the lady who runs the East Empire Company warehouse in Solitude. The biggest warehouse they have in Skyrim. Ah, you're just like the rest of the folks around here. Mark my words. The East Empire Company will return to Raven Rock. And when they do, I'll be at the top of their list. The question you should be asking is, what don't I sell here? Because I have pretty much any supplies you might need. If it's not a weapon, potion, or armor, then it's likely that I have it. Jarland, over at the docks, brings me most of my supplies, and the rest comes from bartering with the people in town. Oh, Glover Mallory gets me a few things once in a while. He usually has the most amazing deals that I can't pass up.
How can I argue with that?
See for yourself. The East Empire pendants are scattered all over, so leave no stone unturned. It can't be helped.
Always nice to speak to someone from the mainland. Sure, got nothing better to do.
How can I argue with that?
Must be free from danger.
A little coin always greases the wheels.
You expect me to believe that?
Assisting the Redoran Guard with the Ash Spawn attacks has earned you quite the reputation here. Keep it up. What? Oh, no, thank you. I need to keep my head clear.
It would seem so.
I appreciate the help you've been giving us.
Yes.
Nah, I don't think so.
Not my problem.
There's nothing finer than dark elf sujamma. Like nectar it is. I've been sailing the Northern Maiden across the Sea of Ghosts for nearly 20 years now. Might be time to find a new home port, though. The way things are going around here. May the wind be at your back, friend.
The Northern Maiden is shipshape and ready to go.
Captain Gjallan does the business around here. I'm just a ship's people.
It would seem so.
Miserable. Just miserable. Oh, I hate this place. At least my father will let me drink whatever I want without complaining. Tell Geldis I appreciate it. Don't like it? I hate it. Every day it's the same thing. We open a shop, we hardly sell a thing, we close the shop and go to sleep. What kind of a life is that? Oh, believe me, I'd be on the first ship off this miserable island if I could, but I'm not sure I could do that to my father. I think it would break his heart. We've already lost my mother. I don't want to leave him alone. We lived in a settlement, perhaps a league from the border of Black Marsh, the homeland of the Argonians. Even though the Argonian invasion ended a long time ago, there are still a few scale-skinned clans that live within our borders. To put it simply, they attacked our settlement and slaughtered almost everyone. It was horrible.
I'll give you this warning only once. Stay out of my way, and we'll do just fine. Take that swill and pour it down a well. Fight well. If you're dealing with me, there's only one thing to remember. Pay your debts or end up hurt. Fight well.
My husband Vendel feared visitors would shun Raven Rock. I'm glad to see he was mistaken. Be free from danger.
How can I argue with that?
How can I argue with that?
Just stoke the fire. Take a seat and get the cold out.
You look able to venture outside of town. Perhaps you could help me recover something precious that was lost.
How can I argue with that?
A few months ago, I had sent an important folio to the first edition bookshop in the Imperial City to be rebound. They sent it back to me recently, but it never arrived. Yes, the Strident Squall, or something like that. The damn thing sunk right off the coast of Solstheim. Can you imagine? One of the sailors survived. Poor thing crawled all the way to Raven Rock on his hands and knees. Before he died, he told the Redoran Guard about the wreck and warned us that it was going to be crawling with reavers. Thank you. You have no idea how much it hurts losing such a precious heirloom. My husband is second counselor, so I certainly have the means to reward you if you find my folio. Your efforts in Raven Rock have proven most invigorating for my husband. I haven't seen him this pleased in many years. Admiral Arano, second counselor of Raven Rock. How I hate that title. Damn fool's going to get himself killed over it someday. He's in grave danger, and yet he continues to place himself in harm's way. When I fall asleep at night, all I can do is hope he'll still be there when I awaken. This island was never meant for us. There's too much death here. I assure you, if I could convince Admiral to do that, I'd be on the next ship back to Blacklight. Unfortunately, Admiral and Councillor Morvain are very close friends, and they will never abandon one another, despite my feelings. I'm the wife of a second counselor, and certain things are expected of me. The most important thing is that I stand by Admiral no matter how I feel, and I intend to do that until we get off this miserable rock.
How can I argue with that?
Admiral and I lived in Blacklight, the capital city of Morrowind. House Redoran has improved Blacklight substantially over the last 1,000 years. Its grandeur rivals that of Mournhold itself. The root spire where the Council of Great Houses meet is something to behold.
How can I argue with that?
I haven't seen the city in over 50 years. Even for a Dunmer, that seems like an eternity. Regardless, I hope to return there someday, which doesn't seem likely given my husband's commitment to Councillor Morvain.
Indeed.
Oh, how kind. Thank Gelders for me, won't you?
It can't be helped. How can I argue with that? Welcome to the Retching Netch Corner Club, home of the finest sujamma that will ever grace your lips. Perfect. All that's left now is to go ahead and wait for the patrons to come in. As promised, here's a little something for yourself. Have you seen the poor girl? She's a mess. Oh, she used to be richer than Councillor Morvain, and she's spending it all drowning her sorrow. As much as I love making coin, I can't watch her do that anymore. I won't. I suppose you're right. If she wants to spend her life at the bottom of an ale mug, it's her choice. Tell her she's welcome back any time. The blacksmith up at Scarl Village seems to have gone missing, and they've asked us to keep an eye out. The Redoran Guard have spotted a pack of werewolves in the mountains. The hunters up on Frostmoon Crag might know more. It can't be helped. Come back if you're feeling thirsty. I'll set you up right. Oh!
Not my problem.
Nah, I don't think so.
Yes?
Vendel Severin. A pleasure to meet you, Serio. Pleasant journey, Serio.
We're one of the same kind, you and I. I'm glad to have met you. Well then, I suppose I'm off to do what I do best. Here, this was something I carried around in happier times. Maybe you can find a use for it.
When you work hard enough, you get into a rhythm. Everything else just... Well.
Time to die! You're gonna pay, Outlander!
Up a good fight.
I'll send your soul to get most here. Time to die!
miserable!
かなきゃダメなの？
A little coin always greases the wheel. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Indeed.
Yes.
うん。早く着かないかな。何か食べ物が欲し
Let
い
me
な。
know if you want anything. Think I got a clean mug around here somewhere.
Is something amiss, Sadri? I can sense your concern.
It's
Indeed.
nothing.
I'm going to be fine, my love. Captain Velith would never allow anything to happen to us.
Perhaps that's reassuring enough for you, but it's something that still keeps me awake at night. Your efforts in Raven Rock have proven most invigorating for my husband. I haven't seen him this pleased in many years. You have? You have no idea what this means to me, to my family. Reclamations bless you. Well, you've certainly proven your worth around here to me. Please, accept this gift as a token of my appreciation. Good journey, traveler. You speak the truth.
Welcome to the Retching Netch Corner Club, home of the finest sujamma that will ever grace your lips. Sure thing. It's yours for a day. Come back any time. My doors are always open. How can I argue with that?
ねえ。
You expect me to believe that?
I'll show you to your room. Right this way.